Hi everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. Um, Sometimes I don't know how my topics come to me. Like the things that I want to talk about. Um, Sometimes I'm just driving and I'm like, you know what? That's something I just really want to talk about. And today I really just want to talk about about insecurities and about mostly about insecurities and sometimes finding the root of your insecurity. And you know, as you all know, or some of you know, I was going through my panic attacks and going through these anxiety attacks that I was going through, and usually they're caused through stress. And I've been really listening to my inner voice and trying to solve what this comes down to. Why do I feel so unstable? Why do I feel so insecure? Why do I feel so sometimes lost? Like what is it? Because I have everything that I want, you know what I mean? And I've created such a happy environment for myself. Well, why do I feel this way? And I think it can come down to your childhood. At least personally, that's my reason. And I just wanted to speak out to kids, speak out to children, speak out to adolescents, to young kids, even adults. You know, being in very abusive relationships, abusive households, abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, in any single way that it is being abusive. Any time it's negative, anywhere that you feel unsafe, any time that someone diminishes your worth and isn't supporting you, whether that's your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, the Pope, your teacher, anybody, your coworker, your manager, your dean, anybody that diminishes your worth, your friends, anytime that it's negative, that it's abusive, that it's not supportive, you know, don't stand up for that. You know, don't allow that. Don't ever, 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 ever allow anyone to speak to you that way, in a way that's negative. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to nourish in a supporting, loving place. If you're in a relationship that's negative, that's cheating, and there's just so much sneaking around and so much negative energy, I know that sometimes in life you feel like that's the only thing that's going to be good for you, that this is the person. Sometimes in relationships, people cling to people, you know? You think, oh no, this is the man that I'm going to marry, or this, you know, we're supposed to be together for the rest of our lives. Don't. You are born alone and you die alone. Find security within yourself. Find that security within yourself, and that's something that I've been teaching myself lately. What is it that I love? You know, do I love reading? I love reading, you know? So I take the time for myself and I read. I take the time for myself and I've been painting my nails and you know, working out. I feel good when I work out. Not about the vanity, just I feel good. Like, I feel like I'm accomplishing something, you know what I mean? I feel good when I'm nice to others, when I lend out another hand, when I clean my home. What are things that I love? Not just that your partner loves, you know what I mean? Try finding that, you know, and when you start loving yourself and surrounding yourself with so much love and such a positive life, when any negative person tries to come into your life and tell you otherwise, it's so easy for you to understand that's not a positive thing, and you don't want that. That you don't want to allow people to bully you, that you don't want to allow people to hurt you, you know? So I really wanted to talk to kids, to anybody. But hopefully mostly children that, you know, as a child, you don't have a voice. You don't. And that's something that I've realized. You lack a voice. You lack being heard, because it's shut up. You're a kid. Shut up. It's this, and shut up, and shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know, and you grow your whole life in this place where you're not able to nourish, where you're categorized, where you think that the adults are the ones that control your life, and then what? And then that's it, you get thrown out into the world and now you go fucking figure it out? You know what I mean? Like, I just think that, like, Children need to find their voice, and parents need to allow their children to have a voice, non-judgmental and a loving, conditioning way. And sometimes, I don't have kids. But I have great empathy. I really do. I have love. You know what I mean? So I can definitely put myself in the position of what it would be like if I had a kid, and to hear them, to hear what they're trying to say, to hear their voices. You know what I mean? So I just think that for all these children out there that don't feel like you have a voice, that feel like you're alone, like you're bullied, like you're insecure, like this world is such a horrible place, I promise that there's so much more to life. That there's so much more to this beautiful world, and you may not see it because you are in a little hole, you know what I mean, in a little box, and you just don't see it yet. But I promise there's so much more out there. And I really wanted to get that out for young kids and for kids that don't have a voice. That kids are doing self-harm, I know so many kids that cut themselves, and that are bulimic, and that just so many things, they stay in toxic relationships, and they don't know why they're so codependent on another human being. And I get it. It's that source of love that you need, that you feel like that's the only source you're getting it from. So you milk it, and when you fight, you submit, and you don't fight because you know what, you don't want to lose that relationship, because that's the person that loves you, and that's that happiness that you're getting with that person. But don't. If a puzzle piece doesn't fit, don't force it. Don't force that puzzle piece. I promise, there's been some toxic relationships that I have been in, and I have given everything that I could possibly give, and I submitted everything, and just lost myself in the relationship because I thought that person was the one. And that's not true. If a person doesn't love you for who you are, and every single day encourage you and push you to be a better you, then that's not a good relationship, and you need to be able to separate yourself from that. And trust, as a kid, I'm still a child. I'm only 21 years old. I'm still figuring it out. I'm seeing life now. I'm figuring things out and realizing, wow, this happened to me as a young kid. That was wrong. This happened. Okay, wow, that wasn't okay. And I'm still hurt from that, and I'm still healing. And I have every right to say what I feel. And I encourage every single person, whether you feel like, I don't know, fucking speak out. Say the way you feel. Your thoughts are valid. Your feelings are valid. If somebody hurt you, they don't get to say that they didn't. You know what I mean? And my friend Diane told me that the other day, When somebody hurt you and you say they did, they don't have the right to say they didn't, because you're the one that's hurt. And if somebody's telling you that they hurt you, take the time to just hear them out. Just hear them out. Not putting yourself in the position. You might feel guilty because, oh my God, I hurt this person. I don't want this person to think that, oh my God, I was such a horrible person. No, it's not that. Just listen to them. Just listen. Because if not, you're living in a vicious cycle, and you're not listening. And listening is so important. People are trying to tell you things. Just listen to them. Don't make it about you. Just hear them out. That's it. And if a person's usually telling you, hey, by the way, you hurt me, they usually want to make things better with you. They usually don't want to fight with you. They usually are telling you, hey, can you please hear me, because I really love you, and I want to make this work. So just those were some of the things that I really wanted to touch base on. Just like being insecure and not having that voice, and just knowing that your thoughts are valid. And there was another thing that I wanted to say, and I can't remember. There are more people out there in the world that reason with you, that actually know exactly what you're feeling. So I encourage people to say what you're feeling, because you don't know if Sally next door feels exactly the same way you do, or she's going through the same exact situation with her parents, or with her teachers, or with her theater friends. She might be being bullied, and you might be going through the same thing, or like me and my best friend Diane, we were both in toxic relationships at the time, and we were both there for each other. We were both so broken, we were both so insecure, and we were both so many things. And now we look back and it's like, oh my God, we look at it and we're like, look how funny and look how weird we look and look how much prettier we look now. And, we'll say things like that joking around, but it's like, we were always beautiful. We were always good girls, and we just were lost and gave all our love to another person. And those people, unfortunately, didn't know how to nurture us because they were lost. And it's just like understanding people and understanding their reasons for the things that they do. I've learned that there's a reason why people do things. Insecurities, jealousy, guilt. Just always put yourself in their position. Why are you being mean to me? Why do you feel this way? Why are you mad that I did this? You know what I mean? But don't allow people to bring you down. If you're secure in yourself, if you're being confident, if you're doing great things, keep pushing for you. Your thoughts are valid. And if you're a kid right now and you feel like you don't have a voice, you have a voice. And let it be heard. And don't ever feel like you can't fight. Because, you know what I mean? Life is worth it. Life is worth the fight. I promise. I really do. I wish every little kid that's going through these horrible things in their head and going through these insecurities and going through these hard times, I wish I could be there for them, And I know that whenever I go through hard times, like, I'm there for myself. I'm really there for myself because it's hard for me to allow other people to come in. And now I'm allowing people to come in slowly but surely. I'm trusting people to come in and to see a little bit of who I am, So allow people in. And I know it's hard and it's risky and it's scary and you don't want to get hurt, but bring your walls down, Bring your walls down and let people hear you. And more than anything, I know that these videos are to help people and stuff like that, but it's funny enough, I realize I make these videos more for me than I do for anyone else. Everything that I say are things that I just need reinforcement in. Allowing myself to bring down these walls, allowing myself to bring people in, allowing myself to speak my thoughts being unapologetically because they're my thoughts and they're valid. Allowing other people to understand me. So I'm having these self-discoveries and I want to share those discoveries of myself with others because people are going through it at the same times, and I want you to know that you're not crazy, that you're not in this alone, so I hope everybody realizes that they have a voice and your voice is just as important. So have a good day.